Yeah, look, it's very new news to me, so I haven't really had too much time to digest it personally. But it's a decision that Joey's taken a bit of time over, and certainly, while it may have been mentioned, it doesn't seem to have affected his performances too much. I think he's played really well, and I don't understand why Leinster would be desperately keen to hang on to him, and why Munster would feel that it's a huge bonus for them. Once things get worked out, that it's possible for him to do it. So that's the decision he's made, and as much as possible, apart from him, catching up with me at one stage, which was kind of nicely photographed, I've left him to it. The initial conversation with Leo, with myself and David Nusafora was not the best timing for any of us. It certainly wasn't where I wanted to be at the time, but I had a job to do, and all we asked was, could we ask, is there any interest for Ross or for Joey to go up to Ulster? Because Ulster were looking at the time at a foreign option. They needed to know by midday the following day, and so we had to see if there was any chance at all that one of our local number 10s were interested. And if there was no interest, then it was probably a different story. But there was a bit of interest from Joey at the time, and then he mulled that over, and I think he got an approach from Munster in the interim, and it kind of digressed then into a different conversation. I think in anyone's pathway to development, if you're not playing the position, it's very hard to progress in that position. Has he progressed? He's superbly coached at Leinster. He's had really good role models to follow. And I've no doubt that he now feels that with that base he can springboard into a more senior position. And I think as a number 10, if you're not running the team during the week, it's hard to just suddenly jump in the saddle and take the reins. I think you've got to be leading. You've got to get a rhythm through the week, and players have to be responding to you during the week, so that in the weekend you can run the game. And that it's one of the really difficult things, particularly in such a pivotal position as 10 is. It's one of the difficult things to do. Look, to be honest, I haven't even thought about that. I'm not really sure, because the initial question that I posed to him was, have you any interest in going up to Ulster? The Munster equation it came later, and the decision, it was a little bit of a surprise to me. I honestly wasn't sure what he was going to do. I thought that he was quite possibly going to stay put. So I'm not sure, really. I haven't had that much time to think about it. Believe it or not, I've had a few other things on my plate over particularly the last few days, getting everyone back together and trying to get them on the same page. And so that's been at the forefront of my thinking.
Joe, do you think it's a good move for Joey Carbery to go to Munster?
I think to be honest, the proof's in the pudding. Is it a good opportunity? I think it is a good opportunity for him to get in and play 10, but he's going to get competition from Tyler, Ian, JJ, Bill Johnson's a good young player, so there is going to be competition for him. So that's not necessarily a bad thing either, but it may turn out to be a good move if he can make the most of it, and that's always the question. If anyone moves, would it have been a good move to stay? It could have been. If he'd been able to progress and play more often at 10, it could have been. The one thing I think with any young player, with any player full stop, once you've made a decision, it's a good move, because that's what you've got to make it. And it really is up to Joey now to make it a really good move.